Hello, welcome Solex Nation. Happy December. Can't believe we're in December already.
Yeah, we're rolling. It's a fast year.
Yeah, it sure is. You know, speaking of a fast year, we do have a new year coming up, and we have had quite a few questions about dates on the calendar.
Yeah.
For our days of discovery. So we want to get those dates to you now so that you can start to mark those down.
Okay, so our first one's going to be in March.
Yes, and that's a virtual event. And so that one opens March 9th, and that will remain open until the 15th. Now that causes confusion sometimes when we say that. It will open on March 9th, which means that is when the viewing can begin.
Yeah, if you haven't experienced this, it's a choose your own adventure.
Yes, it's not something that we're doing here and you have to be here during certain hours to watch it. It's pre-recorded. So between the 9th and the 15th, you will have that entire week to watch all the content and even rewatch as needed.
Yes, because it's going to be that good.
It is going to be that
good.
good.
It's going to be worth rewatch. Well, at least not my part, but there's going to be several other people that it actually will be worth rewatching.
We actually have a lot of contributors to this Day of Discovery, and so you're going to love it. And then we have another Day of Discovery.
Yes, in September. We hold our live Day of Discovery once a year. This one's going to be in September 15th and 16th. That's a Friday and Saturday.
Yes.
And so we want to see as many of you that can make it out here. I mean, it is a different venue. We'll say that. It's not going to be in the Red Barn. So with every venue, there is limited seating, but we'll be putting those tickets up as soon as the virtual Day of Discovery is done.
Yes.
We're focused on that. You're focused on that, hopefully, as a part of your Solex interest. And so, but to mark the calendar and plan your trips and vacations and everything, we hope you plan us into it and come out on the 15th and 16th.
Hey, speaking of vacations,
we
have a pretty awesome incentive trip.
Yes, the Punta Cana trip. We launched that this last live Day of Discovery.
Yes.
It's running for a year. The 12th month and final month to earn that is August 2023.
Yes, so the last day that you could possibly earn that is August 31st, 2023. That's when this incentive period or earning period for this incentive trip ends.
Yep. And so if you want to know more detail, there is a tracking sheet that we've made that hopefully is helpful with some of the specifics, the fine line items as far as the questions that we've been asked. You can find that in your back office under Documents and Media. You can go there and find that.
Any additional questions, always be sure to reach out to us. Call our customer support. They're awesome. They know they can help you out with that. Last week our contest it was hard for some of you, but guess what? The prize was so good. We had
got a lot of people.
Well over 100 entries.
That's
so
good.
tell them what they had to do.
Okay, so it was completing this whole month of gratitude. The November month, the month of gratitude, where we celebrate Thanksgiving here in the United States, and so we kind of focused on that. The last part was to go on and comment, not necessarily about somebody else. We've been commenting about other things and other people throughout the month. This was to identify what is it that you do so well? What is your gift to everybody else, essentially?
That was hard for some of you to say, but it's a good exercise.
Yeah, and there are a
Look at how many.
At the risk of having them fall out all on the floor.
Don't let anything fall out.
There's tons.
Let's
mix it up. All right. Okay. So, we'll go into detail as to what this is. This is phase 3.
This is phase 3. So we're giving out 3 phase 3s. Whoa! He chose a big one.
Tammy Ward, congratulations. I love helping people and being there for the ones that need to be heard and seen. That love for others has allowed me to expand and assist others with the tools that I have in my possession. And one of those tools is the AO technology. The scanner is one thing that I've grown to love and appreciate to the degree that I have become a master with using it and sharing it with so many. I have been able to teach many how to use it, as well as all the little tips and tricks with it that most don't realize they have access to. Seeing them light up when I teach them little things on the scanner that I have learned and I have mastered just motivates me to share it with the world. There are so many things you can do with your scanners to help others, and that is my passion. Start with one small aspect of it and grow big into using all it has to offer. I would love to inspire you too. I love my AO and my Solex family. Thank you for all you do. Tammy, congratulations. I think you already got phase 1 and 2, but if you already got phase 3, just so you know, anybody who earns phase 3 We're going to refund you.
Yes.
Because you just won it.
I would be shocked if
Congratulations.
Tammy hadn't already purchased
Oh, me
phase 3.
too.
So we'll.
Me too. She's
And I
always
can
in.
attest that, Tammy, you do so much for others. That is just from the heart right there. And so anyway, congratulations.
Yeah.
Glad you won.
Well
That's
done.
great. All right, next one, mixing it up is Annie Danton. I do well remaining calm and inviting others into that calming space as well, showing an understanding for the gravity of situations, but that ultimately God is in control and it is His peace that we can access to get us through any circumstance. Very nice.
Very
I
nice.
love that.
Congratulations. So if Annie hasn't done 1 or 2, we're still going to credit her with 3, but
Yeah.
as soon she'll get access to it as soon as she finishes
1 and 2. Yeah.
So Annie, if that's a scenario for anybody,
Yes.
make sure you do 1 and 2, and then let us know we've credited your account. So then we just have to trigger that for you, okay?
Yeah, let us know once 1 and 2
Yep.
are complete, and then we can add 3.
All right, I'm mixing it up.
Last
Make sure,
one.
Last one. Here it is. This is it. Danielle Harrell, congratulations. I'm grateful for being empathetic and giving. I used to let others' opinions and comments bring me shame, but now I embrace all of myself because I know that the negative perceptions are only a reflection of oneself. Yes, I'm going to lift you up on a bad day. Yes, I'm going to be the one to find a positive in the midst of negatives and to encourage you to dig deeper. The older I get, the more I see that the very things I had let become weaknesses in my mind are actually my strengths and gifts. Love always conquers all. Thank you, Solak, for empowering others to move beyond limiting beliefs, thoughts, and emotions. Danielle, congratulations. Well done. Wonderful. I love these comments.
I do too. And I've seen some comments that Danielle that you've made on social media, and I think you're just a sweetheart. So congratulations. I'm glad for you that you won. All of your self-introspection was wonderful to read. So like always, if you haven't had a chance, go through and read what everyone wrote. You know what I noticed this week?
What?
There were a lot of people that were liking the comments more than usual. So
Yeah.
people were going through and reading those comments, and all you're doing is inspiring others.
Yeah, please continue to do that. I mean, we love that. We'll be part of that. We like others and we like your comments. We get to read them all.
You inspire us.
Yeah.
So
you
we
inspire
appreciate
us.
that.
Thank you.
All right.
Top and rollers.
Top and rollers. And this is for the week of November
28th,
through.
the December 4th.
Okay. Now, no ties this week.
No ties this week.
We do have a first place and a second place. So we'll start with second place. And that goes to Heather Plood.
Heather Plood, congratulations. Well done. I think she got several.
She
She had
did.
a few, more than a couple.
She did. Yes.
But our winner has won before, and she is on fire right now. Sheila Day, congratulations. I think she got 5.
5 in 1 week.
5 in a week. Congratulations, Sheila. You are just rolling right now.
Yes, you are. And here
She's
comes
like on her way to Punta Cana already. She's going to be there before we even announce her. She's won it.
I think what we should do is hold all her coins till the end of the month and send them all
Yeah,
at once.
save on shipping here.
Yeah.
Good
You got
job,
another
Sheila.
coin coming your way, Sheila.
Congratulations.
Yeah. You know what? I wanted to tell a quick experience that I had this last week.
Yeah.
So
you had a great
I
experience with the
did.
scanner.
I did. Now, I have had this issue, I don't know, the last couple of weeks where I don't know why, but in and out of nausea. I just have this nausea issue. And so it was last week and I felt terrible. I actually woke up with a migraine and then, and that made me, I think that's what made me sick. And so I had a lot to do at work. And so I had to come in and I had a lot of meetings and we went to lunch. And now you have to understand, we do this 24/7, okay? Like we are big scanner people. This is what we talk about and do all day long. And we're at lunch and Kai said, "Well, are you running a playlist?" And I was like, "Oh my word, no."
Yeah.
So I turned on, I have a nausea playlist. So I turned on my nausea playlist. And
Raise your
then
hand if you have a nausea playlist. Okay?
and then promptly forgot about it. Well, after lunch, I had a meeting and it was probably the first 15 minutes of the meeting. And I was sitting there and all of a sudden I realized I don't feel nauseous anymore. Oh, it was like this unrelenting nausea all day. And this is 3:00 in the afternoon. And all of a sudden my nausea went away. And so after my meeting, I said, hey, guess what? Towards the beginning of the meeting, I realized my nausea was gone. It's awesome. I don't know what the change was. I don't know what the difference was, but it was gone. And he said, hello, you started a playlist. Is it still running? And I was like,
It is.
yes, that's what it is. I don't know why we forget.
Yeah.
But I'm here to tell you that even we forget that we have this amazing tool literally in the palm of our hands. These frequencies are there. These playlists is there. That Cephis are there for a reason. Use them. Don't forget about them.
Yeah, my guess is somebody watching this video is going to say, "Oh yeah, I'm not feeling that great about this or that, or I'm angry or I'm upset and I need to run this scan or do this or inner voice or whatever it might be." And you're like, "Oh, let's do it. Why not? Why am I waiting?"
There are probably a lot of you that are saying, "Duh, are you kidding me? We run playlists all day long."
It's interesting how we have these. We each can have what would be an anecdotal experience where we have our own unique, just to us. The only variable that changes, you did something on the scanner and something changed for you. We take note of that, and then obviously the value of things goes through the roof, right? It becomes so important to us.
You know, I can't live without my scanner. I can't live without it. The things, the playlists alone, and the way that it's helped me improve my sleep, and this nausea over the last couple of weeks, headaches, I can't live without my scanner. Okay, so also little side note in case you didn't see, you can now put 15 frequencies into a playlist rather than 10. So that's kind of
even better.
Fun. That's
right?
even
We're
better.
getting better.
Yeah.
Thanks for that testimony.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
All right, well, it's time to move on with our call now. We did launch something very special last week. We launched phase 3. And so if you haven't had a chance to check that out yet, then we want to show you this fun little reel.
Okay, are we ready?
Let's get going. It's time to start scanning.
This is so exciting. Why would we ever want dental in our scanner?
It's just a very, very powerful tool that you now have access to.
This is the last of the 3 phases that unlock the full potential of the professional AO scan.
So the scanner helps us see beneath the surface. It also is important to help us understand the connections that make us deep.
And I believe that it's like what you're going to learn is that there are all of the organ systems are connected to all of the teeth. And that's going to give us a lot of information too.
So just like the AO scanner, this is another tool that can provide incredible educational insight. And I'm going to show you with the client involved of where the camera needs to be positioned.
On this phase here, you now have the full database.
Okay, so let's go through a database report, and it really does the work for you. Let's start with the by database term.
Now remember, this is the cool feature that was just updated in the database.
So when you pull up your dental scan, this is what it's going to look like. And I think that's why this new piece is so incredible, to be able to link back to different organs and systems, toxicities in the body that we may not have been able to find otherwise.
And the reason it's a whole new world is because now what it is going to do is going to bring forth frequencies that have been picked out that are customized just for you.
It's time for action. It's time for us to turn the table.
Without further ado, let's jump into this course. Enjoy, and again, thank you so much.
Ooh. Okay. All right, let's go. Okay. What is the definition? Oh, no. I gotta just not look at it.
Just look at me.
I gotta look at him. Okay, let's go back. Next section.
We were stopping.
So that was darn it again. I ended a hard stop.
Right. For 3 days. I think we're starting to get the flow.
The dental and TMJ series on the See, I Already Messed Up.
Hi, I'm Lauren Swenson, and want to welcome you. Can we start over? Hi, I'm Lauren Swenson. Want to welcome you And thank you for, geez, our final phase is in the, geez.
Welcome to Inter. Ugh.
I almost had it. Oh, shoot. Sorry. I can see your smile. Yeah, I got this. I got this. Congratulations, you are now ready to use the AO Functional Infrared Scanner in your office. Wow, okay, nope, that's not gonna work. Congratulations, you have now completed, nope, wow.
I know, it's hard.
Delete, delete, delete. The ability to use this. The ability to use this. Okay, what is wrong with me? We are now excited that you have the ability. We are excited to now. Why can I do not now at the end? Why can't I do this? Congratulations. I'm not supposed to say that again. We are excited that wow, I got this. I'm like,
It's great to be back. We had a great November. I hope you all had a great November too. So grateful for all the things that we've all enjoyed and been able to do, and the things that have come into our lives, and hopefully in the way that we've maybe touched other people's lives too. But it was a great month, and now we're into December, and some great things have happened. Some of those things you already know. Phase 3 was launched last week, and Phase 3 is so exciting. Now, before we go into too much onto Phase 3, let me just preface this. If you're comfortable and happy with the way the scanner is working and functioning for you right now, don't worry about phases 1, 2, or 3. You don't need all this other stuff. If you're comfortable, stay where you're comfortable, because sometimes all these new things can become a little overwhelming and a little intimidating, and that's not our purpose. But if you are in that group that use this scanner on a daily basis and with clients, and maybe in your health food store or in your clinic, then these might be some of the things that you would want to have and to learn. And none of the stuff in Phase 3 is difficult or really that overwhelming. You just take it a little bit at a time. You get used to your databases. You start to get familiar with how to read the databases and how to connect those dots. And it will slowly come, and all of a sudden it just, that makes sense. It's just like when you first learned how to drive a car, you're intimidated by anybody on the street within 50 feet. But then you get to the point where you can just whip right between two semis going right down the freeway because you became accustomed to it. You became experienced with it. And those things don't bother you anymore because you became comfortable. And that's how it is with Phase 3. And with really everything in the scanner. So again, just remember, if you're happy with what you've got, don't worry about the other features. When and if that time ever comes you want them, you know how to go to it and to get them. But for those of you who are interested, let me talk to you a little bit about that. You're going to get more information from Deborah Bruce. She's always amazing with the way that she puts everything in simple language and helps us understand things in layman's terms. We love Deborah Bruce's approach to this, and I know you do as well. But you're also going to get more information from Denise and Bill Ackley and their approach. So they come from being able to, using the big scanner for several years, and so they come with that experience in understanding how that can be now brought down into this platform and easy for you to use and understand. And then you've got Pamela Wingert and you've got Jennifer Nelson Hawks, also experienced with the big scanner, long time in with the mobile, and to be able to get their insights from the way they used it in their practice and in Pamela's application in her clinic and her health food store. In addition to these great instructors, you're also going to have access to the AO Functional Infrared, that whole module that allows you to get into the infrared imaging as a technician, to be able to utilize that equipment to be able to send that out to doctors who can read those reports. And that instruction comes from Jennifer Nelson Hawks. And again, years of experience with functional infrared. So a wealth of information in phase 3 that just makes the scanner, basically everything that was in our $30,000 system is now right there in your mobile device or on your laptop. Something that allows you to take your business and really, if that's what you're doing, to the next level. So let's go in and let's just talk about a little bit about the features that are in this. And so I'm going to switch over so you can see my screen. So if you are following along with me, open up your main menu on your scanner. Now, if you have already purchased phase 3, then you're going to see all of these buttons open. Homeoenergetics and Dental TMJ. If phase 3 hasn't been purchased, those will still be grayed out on your screen. So once that's been purchased, those unlock. But as far as your other features in here, several functions that work behind the scenes in your scanner have been upgraded, been modified to where they can function much faster and much more efficiently. Some of that you may not notice because it's happening behind the screens, but your results will be faster. So once you've purchased phase 3, Homeoenergetics and Dental TMJ become live for you. And these are powerful programs, absolutely amazing programs. I want to just to start with Homeoenergetics. Now, we've had people say, well, I've got homeopathy. What is Homeoenergetics and why is that so important? Well, let me tell you, homeopathy is amazing. And you that are using it, you know exactly what we're saying. It is amazing at the width and the breadth and the depth of that program. And it's growing on a monthly basis. Homeoenergetics is different. Let me just open that up so you can see. Now, you have to have scanned something first in your comprehensive to see something come up. But as you can see on my screen, I had scanned my left eye. Now, homeoenergetics are combinations of homeopathic remedies. Okay, so in homeopathy, it's just single remedies. And you've got homeopathy, you've got nosodes, and you've got cell salts. But they're all individual remedies. Homeoenergetics are combinations of those single homeopathic frequency formulas that have been put into some really cool combinations. But this is where it gets really exciting. If you open up Homeoenergetics, you'll see the list of them, as you can see on your screen. What's been added with phase 3 is this ability to scan something. So let's say that in this case, I did my left eye. And as I hit the scan, it took about 15 seconds or less, and it came up and it scanned my left eye against the Homeoenergetics and found that the frequencies that resonate with my left eye right now, the top 3, was insect detox, cerebral detox, and mold and fungus detox. Now, that was interesting to me because it's all detox. It wasn't any supports. In Homeoenergetics, you have 2 types of formulas or frequency formulas. The ones that say DT at the end mean that they're specifically for detox. The ones that don't have DT means they're supportive formulas for those types of issues. Now, here's where it's important, and the beauty of this is Deborah will be talking about this on a Wednesday call, and I think she'll actually even have a course that goes through homeoenergetics in great detail. And if this is something that's a real interest to you, you may want to put that on your calendar as a to-do thing. But for right now, it has benefit, stress, and conclusion. So let me explain those. Benefit, it's in a percentage. It tells you, okay, 87%, the frequency of that formula compared to the frequencies needed in my left eye was 87% beneficial. And it only put 2% stress on my body. Now remember, if you go take a medicine or you do a therapy, if you go to the gym, you're going to get some benefit, but you're also going to have some stress. For example, if you go in and you do pull-ups or bench presses or push-ups, you're benefiting the muscles in your arm, but the stress on your body is indicated by the soreness you have the next over the next few hours as the body's coping with that. Same thing when you take a remedy or you take a frequency or you do some type of a therapy. There is a benefit, there's also a stress. So you want to weigh those two out. And it tells you that this is 87% beneficial and only 2% stress. That's helpful to know. And then conclusion, it's the same scale of 1 to 9. And anything between 4 and 6 is ideal. And in this case, it was a 4. Cerebral detox shows 83% beneficial, 15% stress. Okay, so a little bit more stress on the body, but I'm still getting an 83% benefit. It's a 6, so it's on the other end of 5, but it's still in that range of ideal. Mold and fungus, 96% benefit, but a 37% stress. That's why it's at the bottom. That's going to be, 1/3 of the benefit is going to be taken away from the stress that it caused on the body. But out of all those frequencies, these 3 were the ones that resonated the most with my left eye. And that was also a 6. That's what makes this part of homeoenergetics so awesome, is it takes so much of the guesswork out. And if I had scanned more than one thing, if I'd clicked in my down arrow, it would have listed everything I scanned, and I could click on each one of those things and do this same scan. In this case, I just did my left eye. Well, I'm all done with that. Now I have 2 options. I can imprint all of those into, say, some sugar pellets or into a tincture or into a stick of gum, into a Cephi dot, into a bracelet. You get the idea. It says imprint all or imprint selected. Let's say, I really like the insect detox and the cerebral detox. I'm just going to do those 2 because I'm afraid 37% might be too much. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, if it's between 4 and 6, it's not too much. If it's within that range, it's the benefit outweighs the stress. But I'm just saying, maybe I only want those 2. I would hit imprint selected, and then I would only push the 2 that I want, and then I would imprint those. But in my case, I would probably just do all 3 of them, and it's now imprinting all of those into whatever I was going to put on my display here. Isn't that amazing? It's so awesome that you have that ability to do it instantly, and that just took seconds to make all of those formulas. When I'm done, I just hit finish, and it takes me back to my main menu. Homeoenergetics is an amazing tool for all of you who are familiar and using homeopathy. So that's part of phase 3. Next one is dental and TMJ. Now this is another great one. So when you click on dental TMJ, it brings up 2 more buttons, dental and TMJ. Which one are you going to use? If you click on dental, it comes up with all of the teeth in the mouth. Now this is important to understand. Remember when the scanner works, it is scanning the energetic body, the energetic field, not necessarily the teeth or the physical part. Why is that important? Almost all of us have had a tooth removed or pulled or lost. Some of us have crowns, some of us have implants. When the scan is scanning the dental or the TMJ or anything else in your body, it's scanning the energetic body, not your physical body. It's really important that you understand the difference. It's the energetic part that we're scanning. And when it comes up, and if it scans a tooth or some other organ in the body that's either missing or is otherwise not there, it's showing you how the body is coping in its absence. Okay, it's not actually dealing with what's missing, but in how the body energetically is dealing with the absence of that physical part. Just remember that. So let's go back to the dental. So it lists all of the teeth. Now you can hit select all and hit scan, and it will scan all of those teeth. Or let's say you've just got a toothache on one side and you would hit deselect all and everything will go white, and then just pick the teeth that are giving you issues, and then you can hit scan and optimize. Now this is like body systems. When you hit scan, it'll scan and then it will automatically optimize. Okay, so that's important from like your vitals and your comprehensive. You have to hit scan and then optimize. But on dental and body systems, the Scan Optimize button is one push. And once you've hit that, it will now go through and scan the ones that we've selected. In this case, I selected 3. And then it will show you each one of those teeth. Now, what we're looking at on this side is pretty amazing. It's giving you good detailed information about each one of those teeth. But where it gets really exciting is your, go back to your AO Scan logo at the top and go back out, then hit Dental TMJ again, and then when you hit Dental again, it will at the bottom give you Database and Report. Database is absolutely amazing. Now at first, it's going to be intimidating to you, a little overwhelming because there is a ton of information. I want you to think about this for a second before I go into here. Every organ in your body can be linked back to a tooth. Now, depending on which school of thought you come from in the dentistry industry, there may be some variance on which organ goes to which teeth, but it's pretty consistent. The point I want to make, though, is everything in our body can be directed back to our teeth and to our mouth. Think about it. Everything is going through here, and it affects us. And when we have bad teeth, it's going to might affect your liver, might affect your heart, your intestines. And Pamela and Jennifer did a great job on this and going through this, so make sure you pay attention to that part of the course. And I know that Deborah will have courses that go into even more detail on this. This is one of those that I would strongly recommend everybody get familiar with because there's so much insight to this. Okay, let's look at the database. So the database comes up and it has to scan those teeth that we just did, which in this case was short because it was only 3 teeth. If you're doing all 32 teeth, that could take 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes to bring this database up because it has to do a lot of number crunching to get all this information. But if you look at this, and this is now, just remember, up at the very top, I'm only looking at 1 tooth at a time. This is the second bicuspid. And if I click on there, it'll show me the other teeth. Now, if I did all 32 teeth would be listed. But in this case, I'm just looking at that one. And first thing, it's going, organs. What are the organs being affected by this tooth? Kidneys, and it lists all of them. I'm not going to read them to you, but it lists all of those. Dental anatomy. It's talking about the cusp, the enamel, the dentin. In this case, that tooth has some concerns there. It gives you the status, the percentage, and the time. Now, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on this because that's in your training. But the information it's giving you, how long has that tooth been having those issues? 2, 3 years, 3 years, 5 years? It's just amazing, the information. The pathology that may be related to this particular tooth, and it lists those 6 items. The dental spine, what part of the spine is being affected by that tooth not being healthy? That's one part of the database. Now, if we go back and we hit up at the very top, it says by group and by term. Now, what we just looked at was by group. Now we're going to look at by term. It's orange, so you'll know which report you're in. If it's purple, it's by group. If it's orange, it's by term. And this will go through and find out anything. And in this particular case, this tooth had nothing by term, by symptom. So if I go back by group, change my tooth, go to the next one, and I go straight to my term. Again, there was nothing in that one. But the point I want you to see is this information helps you drill down to see what you or some of your clients may be experiencing in their health. Phase 3 is absolutely a showstopper because it takes you and gives to you at the touch of your fingers all of the information you could ever hope for when you're doing your scan. All right, so I've drilled in enough. If you're interested in going further, phase 3 is definitely what you want to do. What it opens up for you in the scanner is amazing. And the education that you're going to get on your own health, on your body, how your body functions, and why when you feel a certain way, it could be taken back to your teeth. It might be taken back to your TMJ. And I haven't showed you the TMJ. Real quick, TMJ, click on TMJ, And as you see, the reports that come up on here are absolutely, I'm going to just do 2 of them here so you can see them, are so graphically accurate. It just shows you the detail that you need to see. Now, you're going to say, well, I'm not a dentist. Why do I need all this? Maybe you don't want to go see the dentist as often. The more information that you have, the more that you can do to prevent. What do they say? Prevention's the best cure. If you can prevent issues because you're paying attention to how your body is functioning and working, you're ahead of the game. So I hope this has been helpful and beneficial for those of you who are interested in going to phase 3. We look forward to seeing you there. And as always, we appreciate you and your support and being part of the family. See ya.
Well, thanks, Lauren. Thanks for teaching us. We haven't had you on for a while, it feels like. I mean, we've had you on the call, but not in that forum where
Oh, it
you're...
was so much fun.
I know you don't refer to yourself as the teacher, but...
No. Just phase 3 is going to be
It's great.
Awesome.
And for those that don't know, I mean, phase 1, if you jump in, you do basic, right? You just get some of the basics. But when you start to take the first depth of mastery into the scanner, that's what phase 1 is. Phase 1 is dipping a little bit deeper, steeping a little bit longer in the AO Scan experience. Phase 2 goes into obviously more detail, but specifically around unlocking that
database.
Yeah, that's
the
simplified.
Simplified database.
And then obviously now, you just went through phase 3.
Everything.
It's everything. It's great detail. There's so much. There's more than you can put in even all of those hours. There's hours upon hours. And when you actually think about that, there is more to the scanner than we could ever really teach.
Oh, it's so true. We've said it before, it's like an onion. Just peeling back, just each layer you peel back, there's more and more to learn.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
And so we'll always be offering things where we help deepen the depth of your knowledge, but we also always encourage you to not stay there. Yes, this is obviously formal training, paid for training, that unlocks databases and so forth. But even within that, don't be afraid to go find. To go find solutions, go find answers. If you're looking for pathology, go find what that is about to understand that a little bit more. I do that all the time. There are words that come up in my scanner that I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
And so
true.
Google is my friend. And so I started to go search and learn and understand. All right, we're at the end of the call. It's time to announce what this week's giveaway.
This week, we're going to make it simple.
Okay.
We just want you to comment on anything that's on your mind. Just comment and let us know what you're thinking about. And today...
Well, we got the Power Patches.
The brand new Power Patches.
Yes, brand new Power Patches, 6 Power Patches. They got the Solex on there. These can, like we said last week,
A little bit thicker.
We got the emblem on there, Solex, but put them out in the sun. A couple hours every couple weeks. Charge them up. Put them in places that help you regarding with negative ions. If you don't know what negative ions are, well, now's your chance to learn.
We do. We have videos on that.
Yeah, we have videos on that. So we're going to give away a 6-pack to 3 people.
3 people that
comment on the call. Hopefully you're nice in those comments since it's a wide open commentary. Let's do that. But until next week.
Have a great week.
Should we sing a Christmas song?
No.
The weather out.
I have no bloopers to go. There's no bloop. Well, it's good to be back. What a great Thanksgiving. And then you have, you've also got access, or will have access.